This is a special presentation of 7 News. Eclipse mode activated.
Because once in a lifetime, like, you get to see the eclipse in totality.
It's a spectacle in the sky.
A partial eclipse on a scale from 1 to 10 is like a 7. But seeing that total eclipse was like a million.
You feel it when you see this. It is not any experience you've ever had.
Millions traveling to watch a celestial showdown.
I promised myself I would go see the eclipse the next time it came around.
It's been really nice. We've been having people come from all over. Everybody's in a great mood.
The moon throwing shade at the sun. From Massachusetts to New York and Vermont to Texas, we have total Team 7 coverage of all the eclipse excitement.
And let's get started with a live look in Mazatlan, Mexico. We are just minutes away from a total solar eclipse, about 6 minutes in Mexico, in fact. Part of the U.S. will be plunged into darkness. Many people have waited for this moment for years. We do have cameras spread out across the country so you can share in the excitement. Stowe, Vermont, here's a look there. They are in the path of totality, so that's an extra special spot. Crowds of people gathered there to witness a history-making event. And it was a last-minute dash to travel north. Look at how people were heading up this afternoon for the big event. That's traffic backed up on 93 North near Concord, New Hampshire. Here in Massachusetts, people are keeping their eyes to the sky. This is a live look at the Ecotarium in Worcester, where they've been having a ball all day long. And a large crowd gathered at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Looks a little cloudy there, but still all eyes not on the race, but on the eclipse today. This total solar eclipse will last for about 3 or 4 minutes, depending on where you are.
The path of totality here in the United States, stretching from Texas all the way up to Maine. And our reporters have the best seats in the house for you, so sit back and enjoy. From New York to Texas and Massachusetts to Indiana, we are covering this once-in-a-lifetime event from every angle. Let's begin with 7's Jonathan Hall, live in Stowe, Vermont, in the path of totality, kicking off our Team 7 coverage today. John.
Adam, here we are with the heavens above us, an absolutely spectacular spot here. We have mostly clear skies. This morning was crystal blue. You couldn't see a cloud in the sky. Let's take a live look out here right now. It is 2:02 p.m. in 12 minutes, just 12 minutes from now, and some of these folks have been here since just about dawn. We're going to have the partial eclipse begin, and then about an hour and 10 minutes after that, we'll be putting on those dark glasses to watch the total eclipse of the sun. It is a special treat here in northern New England. NASA animation shows what happens when the moon blocks out the sunlight. 15 states lie in the path of totality from Texas to Maine, and people who are serious about experiencing a full solar eclipse search out a clear spot in that path. Many are here in this field, anxious to see Stowe go dark at 3:25 p.m.
Temperatures drop, the stars come out, like you get complete darkness in the middle of the day. And like, I don't know if you can pick up the birds chirping now, all that will shift. So nature just changes.
This Yale PhD student who is studying environmental science is hoping some of his buddies will drive up and meet him here.
Really ready to brave the cold and go camping last night. But no, yeah, in the National Forest, I was able to grab a campsite and hunker down for the night. And,
cold out there?
A little bit, but no, get enough blankets, it's fine.
These eclipse enthusiasts drove up from Lowell to gaze at the sky. And this family came early this morning from Southie. With no reservations available, they left before dawn to get a spot on the lawn.
I didn't quite understand her enthusiasm till this weekend, so we didn't even start trying to figure this out till about Saturday. And we were just super excited to see that the Alchemist was hosting a party that was free admission, and so still had room as long as we got on the road early enough.
Meredith's daughter Isabel passes the time and can't wait to see her first eclipse in totality. She knows the moon will block out the sun in a few hours.
It makes a little black dot in front of the sun, and that's kind of cool to me.
It smells like chemical. Yeah.
These people are all here courtesy of the Alchemist, a famous Vermont brewery which has opened up its backyard to eclipse aficionados and those who love live music and a cold IPA.
Today is unique, and we're so grateful that we're able to open this lawn because we got that blizzard just a few days ago, and that kind of threw a wrench in everything, but all came together, and we just love welcoming people to our property here.
All right, so here's the deal. It's only safe to look at the sun when you're wearing these glasses. Very, very important. The special glasses. I've even seen people out here with welder's helmets on. That's fine too, probably even better than the dark glasses. Regular sunglasses just won't do it. Have fun, folks. It's just about time for the partial eclipse to begin. We're live in Stowe, Vermont. I'm Jonathan Hall, 7 News.
And be sure to watch for the effect known as Bailey's beads if you are in the path of totality. It looks like this and happens just before the total phase of the eclipse. There's gaps in the moon's rugged terrain, which allows sunlight to pass through. Looking at live images right now as we follow a historic moment here at the news station. Our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Reiner, is one of the people who are probably stoked about this event, and he is watching in New York, keeping his eye on the sky and here to sort of educate us a bit. JR.
Yeah, Kim, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. We are coming to you live from Western New York, and this is also in the path of totality. And this happens to be the property of my grandmother's dairy farm. My grandmother, she turns 101 years old this coming Saturday. She's down there in her farmhouse right now, and I think I'm going to be able to get her on television within the next 45 minutes. So looking forward to that, and of course looking forward to the eclipse. You talked about Bailey's beads. If we get the clouds out of the way, we'll see that. And if you back that timeline up 1 minute, you get what's called the diamond ring. And that's where the moon is not quite covering the sun, and so you get a little bit of a shine on one part of the moon's disk and a lesser part toward the southwest side. And so it almost looks like you're looking at a diamond ring. That will be anywhere in the path of totality. John will see that. Indianapolis is going to see that. We may see that here in Western New York. You won't see that in Boston because you're not in totality, but it's still going to be a great show all across southern New England. Our issue has been clouds. Your perfect weather in New England today, that was here in Western New York yesterday, so we just missed it by a few hours. However, as I look off to my west, out toward Lake Erie, I can see blue sky. And so I do think we have the shot at getting totality visible here where I'm standing. But even if I don't get into the sunlight, totality will still affect my presence here because it will still go dark. Because the moon's shadow, despite the clouds, will still be passing over this portion of Western New York. And so it will get very dark and dusk and an evening feeling for just 3 minutes. We begin our totality here at 3:19, and it goes for 3 minutes, and then it will wrap up at 3:22. But if I had a clear shot of the sun right now with my glasses, I could actually see probably a little bite out of the sun beginning to occur. But we still got these clouds in the way at this time. But we've got a ways to go. So we're going to keep the faith here in Western New York. We'll talk more about the afternoon coming up here on 7 News. Back to you guys.
All right, Jeremy, thanks. Beautiful full-screen live shot out of Mazatlan, Mexico right now. You are seeing the total eclipse as it happens. You see some clouds moving by and also some of the sun's corona along the edges of the moon, but just a spectacular sight as it's gone from day to night. And it'll remain that way for a few minutes before the moon again passes by, letting the sun peek through. It looks like we're seeing that live, just brighten up along the edges. They do have to adjust the lens on this special camera to keep a good, clear, crisp image. But you're seeing live. It's amazing. If you look on the perimeter of the moon, it almost looks like you're seeing the fire of the sun just kind of leap out from the edges, and you'll see more and more of that. And again, something that we've talked about and we've mentioned leading up to this event is the fact that this is, as scientists, particularly those in the astrophysics world of science, it's like their playground today, because it's a rare opportunity for them to study the sun's energy and get a special glimpse and to evaluate the changes in gravity and in electromagnetic pull and all these things that are way above my pay grade, but the things that we've heard about. And there's the sun just peeking out, and it just shows you the might of the sun in our solar system, of which all life depends. And speaking of life, just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That image from Mazatlan, Mexico.
Our first sighting of a total eclipse starting in Mazatlan, where the path is much wider and it actually stays a bit longer. But you were seeing it at the peak and just beyond. It's probably starting moving away now a bit. Massachusetts, we're watching as well. We're not in the path of totality, but there's still many people anxious to watch a partial eclipse. It'll be like 93%. We'll still get a good show.
One of those places where people have gathered is the Ecotarium in Worcester, a party atmosphere there. There's Rob Way live in the middle of it all for us, and we await Rob.
Yes, we do. In just a couple minutes, the moon will start blocking out the sun here in Worcester. More than 1,000 people already here. Another 1,000 expected before that eclipse gets to about 93% here. Let me show you the party scene around here, though. It is a lot of fun. We have a lot of families out here getting their glasses ready. The Worcester Ecotarium is offering free admission. People bringing blankets, chairs, picnic baskets to watch the moon block out the sun, at least partially. We're supposed to get to around 93% coverage here at 3:28. Guests will also be able to view the eclipse through a telescope that has a special solar lens on it. I know I was looking through it earlier, and it was certainly pretty neat to see it from that perspective.
News Station is back with our eclipse coverage. Here is a live look at Cleveland, Ohio, where they are in totality there. Darkness for them, just a little bit of the sun spraying out the sides at 3:13. So they've been in this mode for about 2 minutes now. They'll probably get another minute of almost total darkness there in 100% coverage in Cleveland, Ohio. By the time things get to our neck of the woods, first place that we're going to see something is in New York, Bennington, New York. That's about 2.5 minutes away now. And JR is standing by to share the experience in Bennington, New York, where they're supposed to have 100% coverage, JR.
Yeah, that is correct. And even since we just spoke with each other, maybe not more than 5 minutes ago, it has really gone dark here. I know that because when I've been doing my live shots all day, our camera person, Alex, he has a light on me, but it was almost not noticeable, to be honest with you, up until the last 3 or 4 minutes. And now that light is the only thing that's really given, a strong light toward me. And when I look around, it's heading more toward a dusk sky here at 3:17 in the afternoon. So we are about 2 minutes away from totality, and we don't have the sun. We're not going to have the grand show that John will have up in Stowe, Vermont. But this is a close second when you're in that path of totality. And the shadow this go around, if you're in totality, it's darker than the shadow in the 2017 eclipse because the moon is actually a little closer to the Earth in this eclipse than it was in 2017. So the shadow is darker and it's a little larger, and totality is lasting longer for people versus the 2017 totality. And as I'm still talking now, here we are about a minute away, and you can really tell that it's become really dark here in the last, I'd say, 45 seconds to a minute. So it's just about go time here real soon. I do have my thermometer as well. I'm still holding at 56, but this will be interesting to see here once we get into to totality in a few minutes. My guess is that we're not going to see as much of a drop because of the cloud cover today. If we had a full sunny day, it would have been warmer than where we are now at 56. So we might lose a degree or two. And it is dark. They said, Alex, go ahead and shut your light off. So there we go. This is totality right now, 3:18 in the afternoon in Bennington, New York. We are pretty much in totality at this time. And this is a first for me. I'm going to roll on my camera as well. If you look off, there's the horizon. You can see a little bit of daylight there. That's looking out toward the east. And then as I look the other direction, then as I look back toward the west, where the shadow is coming from, the southwest, it's coming from Cleveland, Ohio, if you can vision that, Cleveland versus Buffalo. We are pretty much in it right now. This is the height of the eclipse, the total solar eclipse in Bennington, New York, from 3:19 until 3:22 in the afternoon. And if you can see in the distance there, if you look back, there's an airplane there. He's got his lights on. And that's usually, I don't know protocol for a daytime flight. Maybe that's standard protocol anyway. But From my viewpoint, this looks like it's, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night versus 3:18 in the afternoon. I don't have a shot of the sun. I don't have corona, so I am missing out on that. But still, it's pretty wild here right now. Do you guys have John dialed up by any chance?
I was going to say he's got some IPA, but he doesn't have corona either.
Yeah, or the other corona. We're well past that.
But
luckily.
soon.
It's remarkable, Jeremy, how quickly that change happened. The horizon is almost black, at least from how we're seeing it from the camera. But what did it feel like? And were you surprised at how dark it is?
So fast.
I am. Again, this is my first totality. So when we talked about 7 minutes ago, I noticed it changing a little bit. Then we took a break and you came back to me in this current segment. And even talking within this current segment, it went fast. I mean, it dropped off really quick. I do know that the shadow of the moon on Earth right now, it's moving at about 1,500 miles per hour. So that shadow is flying. And so when you're at the edge of the shadow, the darkness is not compared to the same as when you're in the middle of that shadow. And so once I get close to 322, then I bet your light's going to come back pretty quick.
Well, you're getting close because it's 3:21 and 13 seconds.
Yeah, we're getting close over there. So, it's a shame we have the darn clouds, but even having this solid overcast, we still have. It's a dark sky. I mean, again, I would think this is like, 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. So pretty wild, though.
Yeah, and you don't have any
wild.
lights out there or anything either, so it would have been the perfect spot. But it's still very fascinating, and we do have cameras and people. There are parts of New England where people will get the payoff. People spend months and months and money and time and effort to get to wherever they're going to witness this. Some people just chase these eclipses, don't they?
Yeah.
And you don't always get what you want.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was watching social media over the weekend, and there were a number of folks that had planned to go to Texas for this because climatologically, Texas is a slam dunk for sunshine, and northern Vermont is a slam dunk for clouds. Well, it was the exact opposite. And so a lot of folks were changing their plans going from Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas. They were going to northern Maine, Holton, Maine, Lyndonville, and Stowe, and Burlington, Vermont. So that's what you got to do if you really want to chase totality. Now as we look off to the west here, I don't know if Alex can get this, but here comes daylight. It's racing back on the western horizon. So now it almost looks like we've got sunrise off to our west. What you're looking at there, I don't know if you can see how well you can see at home, but that's not east. That's looking west. And so here comes daylight. It's really starting to ramp up. Real wild. I mean, this is it's like if you time-lapsed your sunrise. And so you're bringing up the dimmer switch at a really fast rate. And now I can see all my aunts and uncles and family members behind the camera here. I could not see them about a minute or two ago. It was that dark, and now I can see them all again in our regular daylight.
Wow.
So we're
So
back.
fast.
We're out of totality. And we've been out of totality for about a minute now. And it's really improving quickly here, dramatically.
Closer here to Boston, Worcester is just probably at their peak right now with 93% coverage. Rob Way is there. And is Rob able to talk to us, or is he too busy watching?
Kim, I'll take some time to talk with you. This is incredible. I know we are not in the path of totality, but you're taking a live look, and you are hearing the cheering as we have just hit that moment where this is the most the sun's going to be covered up. 93%. I have never seen anything like this. This is absolutely incredible. And one of the things we noticed over just the last little bit here is how much the temperature has dropped. We've started to see the light dim. So it really is, we have people in T-shirts because it was 60 degrees a little bit ago, and now people are saying it's freezing out here. It is an absolute blast. And I'm going to get a reaction from someone out here. Where are you traveling from?
Westboro.
What is your reaction to this?
It's amazing. I haven't seen anything like it. It shouldn't be happening. It's like the Earth, the moon, the sun all together. And now it's getting cold in the middle of the day. It's like, this is something else. I'm glad they're putting this on for all of us. It's a great day.
It's amazing. Yeah, we are here at the Ecotarium, and it is something like we've never seen before. Right when it was happening, they blasted the Star Wars theme music, so we had the Star Wars going, and then everyone broke out in cheers. It has just been an amazing moment.